Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Unscripted. I am literally just rolling my ass out of bed, so if there's anything with my voice, I apologize. But we have to get to two stories today that I think are pertinent because of facepalm bullshit. So let's start with the less important one. Columns for both of these are up on the website. At least the Ring of Honor one will be by now. The Impact one will be up in about an hour, my time, so just check back sporadically throughout the day. I also want to do a Goldberg Undertaker column, which won't be getting a video, so you'll have to read it if you want to check it out. So Impact had a little scuffle last night, we'll say. It did not go well. I always pride myself on being someone who objectionably, I think I said that right, looks at things without bias influencing him. I am an Impact fan. I've never denied that. It got me back into pro wrestling. It is the reason why I am doing anything these days. But I also have to call a spade a spade. And last night, Scott D'Amore and KM made themselves look like, what's the word I want to use? Buffoons? Let's go with buffoons. So, and these are out of order, so I'm not sure which one I have to click on. Let's see. We'll just click. Oh, here we go. That'll work. Okay, so basically a fan tweeted at KM, said something to the extent like, miss you in Impact, something other, and KM's like, yeah, thanks, but this is the best I've ever felt and looked and felt and wrestled or whatever. And it's, after I've left Impact. So Scott D'Amore, who traditionally does tease and troll his employees and friends, he took a shot at him. It was playful, and if you've ever seen Scott D'Amore's Twitter account, you know that he does this quite often. He said to Kevin Matthews, a.k.a. KM, "It's the best you ever looked, KM." And KM responded with, "And it's the most I've been paid." Scott D'Amore said in response to this, we paid double your normal. I hate when people use improper English. We paid double your regular wrestling rate, kid. We can't help that it took you this long to figure out people would pay more to not see you wrestle. That was a zinger. That was a zinger. So KM responds with, judging by attendance and viewership, it doesn't seem like people pay to see anything Impact puts on. I enjoy this game. Let's keep playing. Scott D'Amore responds with, funny, our viewership in many parts of the world has been consistently high. Our Twitch stuff is consistently on the top 10. Our attendance continues to grow, and you continue to love to talk about us. And then he responds with this doozy, and this is where things get ugly. Piggybacking independent companies and drawing 500 people or less for a national TV company is worthy of bragging. Signing people to $300 exclusive contracts making $5K a year is okay. Keep telling yourself that, Scott. And then Scott kind of, reveals that this win is sideways. Oh, I thought we were being playful. Now I get it. You were being salty. My bad. Sorry we don't live up to your expectations. All the best to you, Cam. Now, there were some other tweets that were sent. I didn't get screen grabs of those. Essentially, KM goes, I don't want to keep talking because I don't want keep talking to you because I don't want to be stuck behind a 30-minute infomercial for fishing lures and rods. So I was like, "Whoa, damn! Like this got ugly." But they deleted. Scott deleted some of his tweets. Cam deleted all of them, and it doesn't make them look good. Definitively. Scott needs to be more professional. That's not even in dispute. He made himself look like an asshole, and he made the company look like an asshole, and there needs to be a serious conversation about the way Scott D'Amore handles his social media accounts. And it made KM seem ungrateful, because while he wasn't being paid Roman Reigns money, and I say this as someone who's a fan of the man, I say this as someone who respects the man, I and many of his new fans would never have known who he was if he never signed with Impact. And it's not like he was doing death matches every night. So, it also reveals quite obviously that KM is the one who's talking to all the outlets about pay and Impact and issues with Impact, because he clearly has a lot of issues with Impact. The other sad thing is this puts the WrestlePro Impact Wrestling partnership in a little bit of we'll say a murky area. KM is a very big part of WrestlePro, and I doubt that he's going to be booted from the promotion anytime soon. And with Impact doing a lot of work with WrestlePro, will Scott D'Amore hold a grudge against this? I hope not. I hope this is just one of those things that they just ignore and continue on, but I doubt KM will be back in Impact anytime soon. But hey, never say never. But that's like a C on the drama scale. You guys want an A? let's give you an A+ on the drama scale. So a young fan from Southern Washington went to a show just over the border in Portland, Oregon. His name is on Twitter. It's X I Am Hollywood X. The title of his profile is Oshkosh Big Josh. And as somebody who remembers the Oshkosh Big Josh jeans, I love that name. So he apparently is a big Ring of Honor fan, and he plays his part as a fan quite well. So I only selected a few of the tweets. Some of the tweets he posted in the stream were just filler, not filler, but fluff to give you a better picture of what's going on. But these are the pertinent ones that I feel. Again, if you want to read them all yourself, go to X I Am Hollywood X on Twitter. All one word, no underscores, just one straight line. X I Am Hollywood X. And here's his story as he tells it. Okay, story time. I avoided saying anything until the show was over to avoid any further issue, but this honestly soured my... I think he meant to say me. This honestly soured me to Ring of Honor in a big way. Honest to God story that can't be backed up, but about half... Honest to God story that can be backed up by about half a dozen people. Show starts, dark matches, some local girls fighting. Allure interferes at the end. Velvet and I exchange words along with the rest of Allure. Nothing crazy. This is where a felony happens. Mandy Leon spits on me from the side. Not preferable, but I honestly don't care. Segment ends. So he just accused Mandy Leon of spitting on him. I don't know the law of Oregon that well, but I'm going to pull up the Oregon Revised Code, and I am going to read it to you. 8-36-080, spitting in public places. It is unlawful for any person to expectorate on the floor or on any other part of the public conveyance or on the floors or walls of any public building or office or upon any sidewalk within the limits of the city, or on the floor or walls within any room where foodstuffs are prepared or kept safe. It's a misdemeanor. So, luckily for you, you apparently did not commit a felony. Although, let's look at this one, because this one might help you. Look at this. The Portland Mercury. You can be arrested for spitting. Uh-oh. And face multiple charges for it, too. One woman just did. Since the last summer, cops and prosecutors have targeted illegal camping, hiking, littering, drinking, and public urination as pastimes that can now get you thrown in jail in the Rose City. Now you can add spitting to the list. In late September, the Mercury has learned that police arrested a homeless woman on a pair of misdemeanor charges after she spat twice while cursing at an officer. The officer, Justin Damerville, claimed Alexandra Barrett, a self-described activist who's amassed a lengthy list of criminal cases, committed the misdemeanor of offensive littering by spitting on the ground in front of him and broke the law against interfering with a peace officer or IPO when she did it again despite his warning. So there's now precedent in the Rose City for spitting on people. In Washington, it's just a flat-out felony. It's no different than assault. As it should be, because you can actually get sick from someone's spit. So, yeah. So, he goes on to say, side note, I love and respect like 99% of all wrestlers. I honest to God, never try to make the show about me, get myself over, etc. My rule of thumb is to boo the bad guys and cheer the good guys. It's rare that I'll flip the script, but I always decide to go along with the show. Some opening matches happens, wildly unimportant. Second match occurs and it's local v local. Alert interferes at the end. I'm mouthing off to all the girls for no reason. Then they're the bad guys. So he's saying I'm mouthing off to the girls for no other reason. Then they're the bad guys. Boo, you're trash, get lost, no one wants you here, etc. So he then goes on to say, at some point, Velvet Sky seemingly loses her cool and is challenging me to come in the ring, tells me to suck it, calls me a pussy, etc. No problem, get your heat. She calls me a virgin. I remind her that she has sex with the big fat turd Billy Ray. Call them the Tramp Stamp Trio, end segment. That's a great nickname. Oh, God, that's a great nickname. She goes to the back, fast forward about 5 minutes, and I get a tap on the shoulder. Hey, we're with security and need to talk to you about an incident that occurred. Immediately I think of the Allure stuff, but think that maybe Mandy got in trouble for spinning and face-palming me. Now, this was something that I forgot to include. Mandy Leon also face-palmed this fan. She put her hands on him. This was not in the line of tweets that he tweeted out. This was in a separate tweet that he tweeted out earlier in the show. So if you go to his account and you look through this specific stream, you're not going to find that tweet. You have to go a little bit further down beyond the stream. So she did apparently facepalm him as well. So she spat on the guy and touched the guy. Facepalmed him. Oh, boy. So we go on, and then I think this is a joke, and look around. No signs of a joke from buddies or crew. I'm super perplexed and think that there's maybe a miscommunication because nothing so far was a big deal at all. I oblige and follow security. Security takes me legit backstage. I'm still perplexed by the entire thing and was honestly very hesitant to follow them because they were saying we need to talk to you about an incident. No details about behind, just leading me to the back. What's happened? What's waiting for me? Get to the back and security is just asking me to be patient. What's going on? Just sit tight. Sure, but what's up? Hold tight. Time was slowing down, but this was all happening so fast. Suddenly, Bully Ray comes out from the back room. Full-on gear since he was in the opening segment of the show, and he looks pissed. Much bigger than me, so I kind of taking a step back on this here. Security backs off, and it's just us two. Hey. Excuse me. He said, hey. I heard there was an incident tonight with you and some of the girls. Yeah, I guess. I'm so lost. So here's the deal. You're done talking to them. You need to treat them with respect. Don't be saying anything you wouldn't say to your mom. Got it? I'm not trying to act tough. I was legit intimidated with purpose. And I wasn't about to get kicked out during match 3, so I just bit the bullet and said, yeah, sure, yes, sure. Sure, yes, sir. Yeah, I understand. Yup. He said, end of convo. Go be a fan. Security led me back to my seat. For context, if you think this was a bad night for women, context. Former Impact Wrestling star Gursinder Singh, the same day, about 4 hours earlier, tweeted out, had wrestling fans throw rocks at me today. If that isn't heat, then I don't know what is. I followed up independently with Gursinder Singh. He did confirm that he is okay. And he seemed to enjoy the fact that fans were that heated with him. So Velvet Sky gets insulted for sleeping with a scumbag boyfriend, who she more than likely cheated on with Chris Sabin. Just throwing that one out there. Was told she was a Stamp Tramp Trio. And that's enough to go get Bully Ray to give this fan a threat. Gursinder Singh gets rocks thrown at him and he sees it as a badge of honor. Clearly, we are in a different age. The fact that, and here's the thing, Mandy Leon running to her boyfriend, not Mandy Leon, Velvet Sky running to her boyfriend is the most dog shit coward thing I've ever seen. The fan wasn't touching you. The fan didn't do anything wrong. You're a heel. You've been called worse. I've seen it. I watched as crowds chanted horrible things at you. So clearly, if this fan's words is to be taken sincerely, and I believe it is, there's nothing in his line of dialogue that makes me think otherwise. But when you look at this incident, I want people to realize that what Mandy Leon did was a felony. You cannot strike a fan. You cannot spit on somebody. Especially if they don't do it to you. Ring of Honor should outright fire her and Bully Ray and Velvet Sky just for good measure. You cannot threaten or assault fans. I don't know why I have to tell you this. If he slides into the ring, okay, I will give you a pass if you want to send his nose in the back of his skull. That's fair. You don't know what he's about to do. If he's on the other side of that railing, I don't care if he insulted your grandmother's dog. You don't get to impede on his First Amendment rights, and you damn sure don't get to strike him because you're unhappy with what he said. Not did, said. If he groped you, fine. Go for it. Light him up. But he didn't even touch you. There is no defense. I hate this fucking world where we go, but what did he say? I don't care what he said. You don't get to escalate it and be the good guy. That's how it is. That's how it works. The only time you get to put your hands on somebody is when they put their hands on you first. It's called self-defense. Mandy Leon should be blackballed from wrestling and fired immediately. Bully Ray is a fat piece of shit for doing this to a fan. What a bullshit thing to do to a human being. Oh my god. This promotion is any more fucking cockeyed. I don't know what, like, my god. Imagine, there's a reason why talent don't stay. There's a reason why everyone leaves after their contract is up in Ring of Honor. I thought it was bad when Delirious was sleeping with Mandy Leon and getting referees fired and booking people into oblivion and making their top future stars leave en masse. I thought that was bad. But we have reached whole new peaks stupid with Bully Ray running the show. I don't know what the fuck this promotion is doing, but sincerely, Mandy Leon and Bully Ray should be fired. Not just fired, blackballed. This is disgusting. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comment section if you agree or disagree, or if you have any opinions or anything on the like that you want to share about the situation. You can find us on the website at realnerdcorp.com, realnerdcorp.com. We're on Twitter at nerdcorp, on Instagram at realnerdcorp. We're also on Patreon by following the link down below. YouTube.com/nerdcorp and Twitch.tv/realnerdcorp. We won't be on Twitch tonight, but we will be on tomorrow. I had to sit down and talk with Marcus what the topic's going to be. We might cover this, depending on if the story actually gets traction. I don't know. There's a lot in the wrestling world, but I don't know if the moment is extremely talkableness. So we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow turns out to be. So with all that being said, if I missed any links, they'll be down below. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for giving us a chance. And as always, watch more wrestling. Just not Ring of Honor.